Hello everyone, welcome to another Qashqai video. Now continuing on from my previous video about car bulbs, I've just received from Amazon two pairs of indicator bulbs to upgrade my standard light bulbs to LEDs. Now we've got two different types. I was a little bit worried that they're going to send the same types, but when I saw two different boxes I was quite happy. They stick a big sticker over the main info about the product inside over it anyway. But yeah, so essentially what you need for the J11 Qashqai indicator bulbs is you need one of these PY21W. That is for the front indicator bulbs, let me get this right, and that is a wedge shape, so that is this one here. It's like a big wedge. If you've changed your bulbs in your interior lights or the number plate lights, you'll know the wedge shape, but this is like a really big wedge shape. So this is the bulb. You can see we've got 369 amber or yellow coloured SMDs on each side. None on the front, but there should be enough reflection within the light unit to dissipate the light perfectly. So that's for the front indicators. The rear is a more standard bulb, which is the let me get this right, I don't want to tell you wrong. I'm definitely going to put the right thing in the description anyway, so I don't get it wrong. I believe it's this one, the P21W, I think. Don't quote me on that, check the description, I'll check it before I upload the final video. In fact, does it say on here? Okay, that's really badly printed, I can't really see. But anyway, the bulb for the rear is a sort of a standard style bulb, which you'll see here. Shouldn't really touch the SMDs itself. So it's a standard metal bulb that has the earth around the edge and the 12 volt power to the bottom. It's like got a bayonet shape. You can see the little knob sticking out there. So you put it in, turn it, and it springs and holds its place. This one has slightly more bulbs on it because it has more faces. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces, again with 9 SMDs in a yellowy orangey colour, but non-facing. Again, hopefully it should dissipate the light nicely in the unit. We'll see that when we go outside. But yeah, not much to tell you about them. They aren't cheap, I'll be honest. They were they had a little offer on Amazon. They were £20 each, or £20 per pair. So yeah, 40 quid for an LED upgrade is quite a big chunk, but I'm hoping it'll make a nice difference. So we're going to head down to the car. I'm going to show you some before and after, or in fact I may put one in each side, if that makes sense, so you'll be able to see one side is the original and one side is the new, see how it compares. But a key thing that I've always noticed before we do head down there, the front indicators, if any of you have a similar year to my Qashqai, which is J11 2014, you may know already, the front indicators, in my opinion, are downright dangerous. I'll show you when we get down there. Your front DRL lights, the inverted arrow shapes, they stay on during the day, obviously. So they are so bright that your indicator bulbs just next to them aren't easy to see in the daytime. I've had a few people that have, I've been in convoys with, going places, that have been in front, have been saying, I couldn't see your indicators from the front of your car. So yeah, you may know that, but we'll go down and I'll show you exactly what I mean, and then we'll get these bulbs changed. So yeah, let's head down to the car. So we're now down at the car, and you can probably see what I'm saying, but it's harder to spot it. There's not as much glare at this point. But the indicators are so close to those DRLs, the camera's sort of dimming them down slightly, but in the daytime, cars in front of you may not be able to see that your indicators are on, so that's the issue I'm on about. But let's crack on with getting these bulbs fitted. First thing we need to do is get the bonnet open. So now we've got the bonnet open, the bulb's obviously located on the inside of the light, and where we need to access them is quite tight. You see down this hole here, you can see this piece of plastic here, this long piece of plastic with the rib bit on the end. That is attached to the indicator bulb back there. What we need to do is get hold of that and twist it, and it'll pull out. That's this side, for the driver's side. Same again, you can see it down this hole. It's a little bit more underneath, mind you. Just there, you can just see the ribbed edge to it. just here. And that one, if anything, is a little bit easier to get to, but you've got to get your hands around those pipes, so I'm going to give that a go now. So that's the access I've got. That's the wire at its longest, so I'm going to have to pull that bulb out now and put the replacement in. So that's the bulb fitted. It's pretty simple, just push straight in, pull out the old one, push the new one in. See the old bulb there, so it's like that wedge shape. Contact on each side, just push it in. Now see what the bulbs look like. So immediately you can see the difference there. One, it looks a lot smarter because it's instantly on and off, and two, it's a heck of a lot brighter. If I put the DRLs on, there we go. You can see it's a lot brighter than the old one. That's just the beep telling me the bonnet's open. So now I'm going to crack on and get the other one fitted. I'll show you me fitting it, fast forwarded again, just so you can see what sort of access points I used. Let's crack on with that. Okay, just to point out on the driver's side one, I did actually have to remove the engine bay, or the engine plastic cover / sound deadening. If you've not seen how to do it before on previous videos, it just literally pulls up. It's held on by some lugs just dotted around the engine bay, because that gives you this space to get in. Makes it a heck of a lot easier. I'd fully recommend it. The reason I didn't take it off is because that's what I was resting the camera on. So put that back on. Easiest way to make sure you're doing it right is it lines up with the oil filler cap, and then feel it just pop down. Voila. So for the rear indicators, I'm not going to show you them working because I'm sure you know how they work. All you need is a 10mm socket, and you need to undo these two screws here. Once you've undone them, you just need to sort of grab the whole light unit and pull it towards the back of the car. I'm going to go from this side. Pull it straight back. A little wobble might help. Eventually, there we go, it pops off. I'm going to show you why it's important that you pull it straight back. Now, on the side, there is this here. Sorry, line focus this, and that goes into that channel on the back of the light, so if you pulled it outwards that would snap, so make sure you pull it straight back. So once that's out, there's only 2 connections in here. There's 2 connections on the back of the light. One is this one, that's for the LED side of things, and that's your indicator bulb. You just twist that socket and it pulls out. So with that out, here's our bulb. It's a simple like bayonet fitting, like a home light fitting. You push it in, twist anti-clockwise and pull out. Now it pops. Replacement bulb, and exactly the same as, or reverse of taking it out. Line up those nubs, push it in clockwise, job done. You can't put those bulbs in wrong, so I don't need to test these ones. Just reconnect the bottom plug onto the light, click, and put the light back into its hole. It only goes in one way actually, so make sure we find out the right way that is. That way. There we go. And then just make sure you give it that twist so it goes click. Sorry if you didn't see much of that. We know it's back in. And then we just simply need to reattach the light unit. Putting it on. Push it back. A little click. There we go. That's the click you're listening for. And then just the case of doing up those nuts, those screws again. Once I've done that, what we'll do is we'll get a comparison shot so we can see the difference of the rear as well. There we go. So there's the difference at the back. Again, a lot brighter and instantaneous light because it's LED. So I'm going to crack on now and get the other side done, which is exactly the same. I shan't bother videoing that, but exactly the same, just obviously on the opposite side. So there we have it, all done. As you can see, looks like nice and smart. There's the LED indicators now. There we go. So these are got no errors in regards to the CAN bus, which you need to make sure you get the correct bulbs for, otherwise these would flash quickly. But yeah, that's it. Next thing I'll do is I'll get a video at night time so you can see just how much brighter they are. Yeah, as always, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
So it's not quite night time, it's believe it or not, it's 4:30 in the morning before I start work, but you can see this is with the headlights on. They already are a lot more obvious at the front, and the rears are very bright to be fair, you can see, but they light up the side quite nicely as well, so you get a bit of side indicator too. And that's the rears. So there we go guys, see you in the next one.